Good afternoon. Here is iPower 102.7 FM Midday News. I am Florence Ibhareman. First, the headlines. U.S. warns of possible threat against Nigeria. Dangote is set to prioritize domestic fuel markets. On the foreign scene, Iran vows to seek retribution. And in sports, supercomputer predicts team to win UEFA. Details of this and more in a moment. Please stay tuned. Glad to have you back. Now the news in detail, starting from the home front. Residents of Iluabo in Akure North local government area of Ondo State were thrown into panic yesterday after suspected gunmen abducted a council secretary and two other persons during an attack on a poultry farm along Kajola Road. The victim included the secretary of the Okeluju local council development area, Akoko Northwest local government area of Ondo State, Joseph Aladesuyi, who was attacked while heading to his farmland in the company of his daughter. Eyewitnesses said the assailants, believed to be about 10 in numbers, ambushed the victim and opened fire, confusing the area before whisking them away to an unknown destination. Report says the attack has left residents in shock. Meanwhile, United States Embassy in Nigeria has issued a security alert warning of possible terrorist threats targeting United States, US facilities, and the American affiliated schools in the country. In a notice released by the embassy in Abuja, US citizens were advised to take extra precautions when visiting American diplomatic premises and institutions linking to the United States. The alert specifically mentioned the US Embassy Abuja and the US Consulate General Lagos, urging American nationals to remain vigilant and adopt additional security measures while traveling to these locations. According to the embassy, citizens should vary their travel route and time, avoid predictable routine, and remain alert to their surroundings to reduce potential risk. The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja has dismissed an appeal filed by the Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, challenging an amendment to the suit aimed at barring him from seeking re-election in 2028. In a unanimous decision by three-member panel of justice, the appellate court held that the appeal lacked merit and awarded cost of 2 million naira against Governor Ayedatiwa. In the lead judgment delivered by Justice Uchechukwu Onyemena, the court held that Ayedatiwa failed to establish that the Federal High Court in Akure denied him a fair hearing when it exercised its discretion to grant leave to amend the suit against him. It further held that the governor was unable to prove that the trial court's discretion was based on a wrong legal principle. Now to federal matters, Nigerian's Dangote mega refinery has pledged to prioritize the domestic market to help prevent fuel shortage and limit the impact on price of the war in the Middle East. However, it warned that this hinged on government support and Dangote cannot rule out further price hikes. Fuel prices in the West African country has already risen by 20% in the space of a week following the United States, US and Israeli strike on Iran and the latter's subsequent retaliation. Supply disruption from the Middle East war sent the benchmark crude price above $100 a barrel, causing world stock market to plummet and raising fear of shortages. This media news is coming to you from iPower 102.7 FM in Murele, Owo. Still to come on the foreign scene, Iran vows to seek retribution. And in sport, supercomputer predict team to win UEFA.
Whether you tune in for breaking news, in-depth analysis, or community updates, High Power 102.7 FM remains your most trusted source. Because when it comes to news, the truth matters. High Power FM 102.7.
Welcome back. To be a part of our program, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok at iPower1027 FM. Now to the foreign scene. A Turkish politician and Istanbul Major Kerman İmamoğlu has gone on trial with more than 400 other defendants accused of widespread corruption in case critics seen as politically motivated move against Turkey's opposition. İmamoğlu, who has been behind bars for nearly a year, is the main challenger to Turkey President Recep Erdogan's 23-year rule and was elected as the main opposition party's candidate for the election due in 2028, just days after he was detained. Report says that the hearing began in a tense atmosphere with İmamoğlu asking to speak at the panel of judges as the panel of judges refused the request, and the judge accused İmamoğlu of disrupting the proceeding, which led to the trial being adjourned. Still on the foreign scene, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps IRGC has rejected United States US claims that its missile program has been destroyed, says it is deploying projectiles in greater numbers and with a warhead weighing more than 1 ton. US President Donald Trump threatens to hit Iran 20 times harder if it stops oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz, all after saying the war could end very soon. Iran continues in its counterattack on Israel and US assets in the Middle East, including the Bahrain, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates UAE, and Saudi Arabia. 1 person was killed in Manama and 2 were killed in central Israel. And in sport, the Optal supercomputer has predicted the top 5 teams that could go on to win the Union of European Football Association UEFA Champions League as the round of 16 futures begins. Paris Saint-Germain PSG will face Chelsea. Bayern Munich takes on Atlanta. Arsenal plays Bayern Leverkusen, and Real Madrid will clash with Manchester City again. Ahead of the matches, Opta has given Arsenal a 26.9% chance of not only getting to the final but winning the competition. To end the iPower 102.7 FM midday news, let us take another look at the main points. We told you in the course of the bulletin that the United States Embassy in Nigeria has issued a security alert warning a possible terrorist threat targeting United States US facilities and American affiliated schools in the country. We also informed you that Nigeria's Dangote mega refinery has pledged to prioritize the domestic market to help prevent fuel shortage and limit the impact on price of the war in the Middle East. On the foreign scene, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps IRGC has rejected United States-US claim that its missile program has been destroyed, says it is deploying projectiles in greater numbers and the warhead weighing more than 1 ton.